If you're a die-hard Browns fan and love breaking down the game like we do, hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell so you never miss a blitz. During Wednesday's joint practice between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Cleveland Browns, an unexpected moment caught the eyes of cameras and fans alike. Jalen Hurts, the Eagles' starting quarterback, was seen on the sideline in a deep, seemingly private conversation with rookie Shedeur Sanders, a fifth-round draft pick, trying to carve out his place in Cleveland's quarterback room. While practice itself was intense, with drills emphasizing timing, reads, and team cohesion, Hurts and Sanders chose to step aside for what appeared to be more than just casual chatter. Observers noticed Sanders leaning in, clearly engaged, while Hurts gestured thoughtfully, offering advice and insight. The interaction didn't end with mere words. Their camaraderie extended to a cart ride back toward the locker room, signaling a connection that went beyond the field. Such mentorship moments, often unseen, can define a young player's mindset as they navigate the challenging transition from college to professional football. Hurts' willingness to offer guidance was confirmed in a post-practice interview, where the quarterback reflected on the nature of their discussion. "I'll keep the conversation intimate," Hurts began, emphasizing both the privacy and importance of the exchange. According to Hurts, Sanders approached him seeking perspective on the professional journey, a path Hurts knows intimately after ascending from backup to starter in Philadelphia. The Eagles quarterback stressed that success at the NFL level requires patience, hard work, and resilience, traits he encouraged Sanders to adopt. By framing the conversation around effort and determination, Hurts highlighted that raw talent alone rarely determines longevity or opportunity in the league. For a rookie like Sanders, understanding the mental and emotional requirements of the position is as crucial as mastering mechanics. Hurts' mentorship, therefore, extended beyond X's and O's. It addressed character, discipline, and the mindset necessary to endure the ups and downs inherent in professional football careers. Shedeur Sanders' situation in Cleveland mirrors the early challenges Hurts himself faced entering the NFL. Drafted in the 5th round, Sanders has been competing behind established veterans, trying to impress coaches during practice while managing recovery from an oblique injury that caused him to miss portions of the joint sessions. Despite this setback, Sanders demonstrated initiative by seeking mentorship, signaling an awareness that personal growth often comes from guidance rather than purely individual effort. Observers noted that young quarterbacks who actively engage with veterans are more likely to absorb the nuances of professional preparation, from film study to timing adjustments under pressure. By choosing to approach Hurts, Sanders tapped into a wealth of knowledge about transitioning from college football's structured environment to the unpredictable tempo and complexity of the NFL. This proactive mindset can be a critical differentiator, especially in a league where opportunities can emerge suddenly but only benefit those who are ready to capitalize on them fully. The backdrop of the joint practice between Cleveland and Philadelphia offered a unique lens into both team strategies and player development philosophies. While the workouts included standard positional drills, team scrimmages, and conditioning, the presence of cameras and media attention created an environment where every interaction was scrutinized. Hurts and Sanders' conversation became an unexpected storyline, illustrating how mentorship moments can emerge even amid high-intensity competitive sessions. Analysts noted that such encounters often reveal the soft skills that define successful quarterbacks: leadership, communication, and empathy. For Sanders, learning to navigate not only the physical demands of the NFL, but also the interpersonal dynamics with teammates and competitors could prove invaluable. In a league that prizes readiness and adaptability, absorbing lessons from a player who has already achieved playoff experience provides both practical insight and emotional encouragement, potentially accelerating a rookie's learning curve in ways practice alone cannot. The cart ride back to the locker room symbolized more than convenience. It demonstrated the human side of professional football, where mentorship extends beyond formal coaching sessions. Sharing that brief moment, Sanders had the chance to internalize Hurts' perspective on maintaining composure, handling pressure, and preparing diligently for unforeseen opportunities. These seemingly small interactions can leave lasting impressions on rookies, shaping their habits and attitudes toward the game. In Hurts' case, recalling his own path from a backup behind Carson Wentz to starting quarterback, he understood the importance of guidance during moments of uncertainty. By creating space for Sanders to ask questions and absorb advice, Hurts not only provided technical knowledge, but also modeled professionalism, patience, and the resilience necessary to succeed in a league where competition is relentless and opportunities must be seized decisively when they arise. For the Eagles, Hurts' approach reinforces a culture of leadership and mentorship, demonstrating how experienced players can contribute to the broader league ecosystem. By investing time in a rookie from another team, Hurts showcased the collaborative spirit that defines quarterback development across franchises. For Sanders, absorbing insights about preparation, mental toughness, and patience may accelerate his trajectory toward meaningful playing time. NFL veterans often emphasize that success is as much about attitude and work ethic as it is about physical talent, and Hurts' conversation embodied this philosophy. For young players navigating the challenges of roster battles, injuries, and high expectations, learning directly from someone who has successfully transitioned from backup to starter provides a blueprint that textbooks or film study alone cannot replicate. Sanders' openness to mentorship reflects a maturity and strategic awareness that could distinguish him in a crowded quarterback room. The broader implications of such interactions also extend to fans and media, who often focus on statistics and highlight real plays while overlooking the subtler aspects of player development. Observing Hurts and Sanders engage in a candid discussion humanizes the game, illustrating the relational networks that contribute to professional growth. Young quarterbacks often internalize lessons from veterans regarding time management, film, study routines, and pre-snap reads. But equally important are insights on mindset, perseverance, and adaptability in unpredictable game situations. By stepping into a role of mentorship, Hurts not only reinforces his leadership identity, but also contributes to the overall health of the league, fostering an environment where knowledge transfer enhances competitiveness and prepares the next generation to face the unique pressures of NFL play, both on and off the field. Sanders' opportunity to absorb Hurts' advice comes at a pivotal point in his rookie journey. With Cleveland's quarterback depth chart featuring experienced competitors, every interaction, practice repetition, and strategic insight can influence his chances to secure a roster spot and eventually see game action. Hurts' emphasis on patience and resilience aligns with the lessons Sanders will need to internalize to navigate setbacks, competition, and potential injuries throughout his career. Learning from a quarterback who capitalized on opportunity, despite initial limitations, provides a mental framework for success. Mentorship moments like this demonstrate that readiness is not merely physical. It encompasses mental preparation, confidence, and the ability to adjust under pressure, essential qualities for any young quarterback hoping to transition from limited playing time to consistent starting roles in a highly demanding league. The narrative surrounding Hurts and Sanders also sheds light on the importance of professional relationships within the NFL ecosystem. While teams are competitors, the sharing of knowledge and encouragement between players illustrates a culture of mutual respect and growth. Sanders, by seeking advice from Hurts, acknowledged the value of experiential learning beyond what coaches can provide. This approach may help him navigate challenges more effectively, internalize successful habits, and build a kind of mindset that allows for incremental progress toward a starting position. For Hurts, engaging with a rookie demonstrates leadership beyond team boundaries, reinforcing his reputation as a quarterback capable of fostering growth, offering perspective, and exemplifying professionalism in both public and private settings, contributing positively to the sport's narrative. Looking ahead, the influence of this mentorship could extend far beyond a single practice session. If Sanders internalizes Hurts' guidance on resilience, patience, and preparedness, he may find himself on a trajectory similar to that of Hurts himself, gradually earning trust, responsibility, and playing time. The transition from backup to starter often hinges on a combination of opportunity, preparation, and mental toughness, qualities Hurts emphasized in their conversation. For fans watching this exchange, it serves as a reminder that the NFL is as much about personal development and guidance as it is about talent on the field. Sanders' willingness to learn, coupled with Hurts' mentorship, could shape the next chapter of his career, illustrating how moments of dialogue and insight can ripple into real-life performance, ultimately determining the arc of a promising rookie quarterback. Enjoying the content so far? Smash that like button and drop your take in the comments. We want to hear what you think about the Browns this season. The NFL world is buzzing with whispers that could shake the league to its very foundations as rumors emerge of a potential monster deal in the works between Aaron Donald and the Cleveland Browns. While nothing has been officially confirmed, sources close to the negotiation table hint that both sides are engaged in conversations that could redefine the market for defensive players. Aaron Donald, widely regarded as one of the most dominant defensive forces of this generation, has been the subject of speculation ever since reports suggested his willingness to explore new opportunities, despite being a key figure in the Los Angeles Rams' defense. The Browns, meanwhile, are reportedly exploring ways to cement their roster with high-impact talent. An insider suggests that discussions have reached a critical stage where figures that were previously unimaginable are now on the table, fueling the imaginations of fans and analysts alike. The magnitude of this potential contract, according to the latest murmurs circulating in NFL circles, could set new benchmarks for defensive compensation. While traditional contracts for top-tier defensive linemen have fluctuated within a certain range, insiders speculate that the Browns are considering numbers that would surpass anything seen in recent memory, potentially making Aaron Donald not just the face of their defense, but one of the highest-paid players in the league overall. Negotiators are reportedly exploring creative structures, including guarantees, bonuses, and performance incentives that could provide Donald both financial security and motivation to maintain peak performance. Analysts have begun breaking down what such a deal might imply for the salary cap, noting that the Browns would need to navigate their roster management carefully, but sources hint that the team's leadership is confident in their ability to structure a deal that could attract Donald without jeopardizing their long-term competitive prospects, creating an air of suspense and excitement in the process. Fans have taken to social media, creating a frenzy of speculation around what Aaron Donald's arrival in Cleveland might look like on the field. The idea of pairing him with the Browns' existing defensive talent sparks wild possibilities in terms of sack totals, pressure packages, and defensive dominance over the league. Rumors suggest that the team's front office has been quietly mapping out schemes to maximize Donald's impact, from rotational adjustments to strategic blitzes, while keeping him fresh for critical moments in the season. While no official training footage or statements have emerged, insiders imply that Donald's potential fit with the Browns' locker room culture is being carefully assessed, suggesting that this isn't merely a financial transaction, but a strategic alignment of values and ambitions. The air is thick with anticipation as fans, commentators, and rival teams alike wait with bated breath for any confirmation or leak that might indicate the seriousness of these discussions, heightening the buzz and mystique surrounding this rumored deal. The speculation surrounding the potential contract also touches on broader implications for the NFL landscape. Should the Browns successfully secure Aaron Donald under what insiders are calling a historic deal, the ripple effects could extend far beyond Cleveland, forcing other teams to reconsider their approach to top-tier defensive talent. Contract negotiations, salary cap planning, and even the perceived market value of elite defensive linemen could shift dramatically. Experts whisper that rival franchises are already recalculating their budgets, anticipating a new era where securing a dominant defensive player could require unprecedented financial commitment. Meanwhile, media outlets and sports analysts continue to dissect potential clauses and incentives rumored to be part of the negotiations, with some suggesting that Donald's influence on a team might soon outweigh traditional metrics used to evaluate defensive performance. As this narrative unfolds, the NFL community is captivated, watching closely to see if this rumor will crystallize into reality, knowing that the stakes for both player and franchise could be historic. Sources hint that negotiations are particularly focused on structuring guarantees in a way that could protect Aaron Donald from injury while rewarding sustained elite performance. While details remain speculative, insiders suggest that the Browns are exploring a multi-year plan that balances immediate compensation with long-term security, a structure that could allow Donald to maintain peak performance without the anxiety of mid-contract uncertainties. Rumors indicate that both sides are invested in not just creating a headline-grabbing deal, but in fostering a mutually beneficial relationship that could extend Donald's prime years and the team's competitive window simultaneously. Financial analysts are reportedly crunching numbers behind closed doors to assess the viability of such a deal within the NFL's complex salary cap framework, with leaked murmurs suggesting that creative accounting and strategic incentives might play a significant role in finalizing the agreement. The speculation alone has fans imagining a future where Donald becomes a cornerstone of a Browns defense that could dominate the league for years to come. The potential signing of Aaron Donald has already sparked conversations about the Browns' strategic vision, with insiders suggesting that this move could signal a bold shift in their approach to building a championship-caliber roster. While speculation abounds, some reports imply that the team's executives are not merely reacting to an opportunity, but actively shaping a narrative that positions Cleveland as a hub for elite talent acquisition. Rumors hint that discussions may have included not only financial terms, but also input from coaching staff on how to best leverage Donald's unique skill set, ensuring that his presence translates into tangible results on the field. Fans are especially intrigued by the possibility of seeing Donald paired with other emerging stars, creating a defensive lineup that could rival any in NFL history. While these ideas remain speculative, the very fact that such conversations are being entertained fuels ongoing excitement and positions this potential deal as one of the most anticipated storylines in recent league history. Speculative reports also suggest that the Browns front office might be preparing a multi-pronged strategy to secure Aaron Donald, potentially involving public signals, private negotiations, and calculated media leaks to strengthen their negotiating position. Sources whisper that this approach could involve subtle cues in press conferences, roster announcements, and social media activity designed to indicate the team's seriousness and readiness to accommodate Donald's ambitions. Rumors point to a high level of coordination between the team's management, coaches, and financial advisors, with each stakeholder contributing to a complex strategy intended to finalize what some are already calling an epoch-defining contract. Analysts are carefully parsing these signals, attempting to discern which are genuine indicators of progress and which might be strategic distractions. The rumor mill, in turn, thrives on this uncertainty, keeping fans, media, and competitors on edge as they speculate on what an eventual agreement might entail, further amplifying the sense of anticipation surrounding this potential blockbuster move. Insiders hint that the potential deal could redefine how the league values interior defensive linemen, with Aaron Donald serving as a benchmark for future negotiations. While speculation abounds regarding exact figures, sources suggest that the Browns are prepared to offer a combination of guaranteed money, signing bonuses, and performance incentives that could eclipse previous contracts for defensive players. Analysts are already debating how such a structure might impact the salary cap landscape, projecting scenarios in which the Browns balance elite talent acquisition with sustainable roster management. Rumors also suggest that Donald himself is weighing the long-term implications, considering how a record-setting deal could influence his legacy, endorsement opportunities, and standing among peers. This combination of financial, strategic, and personal factors creates a tantalizing backdrop for speculation, keeping the sports community intensely engaged as whispers continue to swirl around what could become one of the most talked about negotiations in recent NFL memory, making every update a potential headline. The notion of Aaron Donald joining the Browns also sparks conversations about on-field chemistry and team dynamics. Rumors suggest that coaches and players are considering adjustments to accommodate a player of Donald's caliber, potentially reshaping defensive schemes, rotational patterns, and even leadership hierarchies within the locker room. Sources imply that the team is contemplating not just the financial aspects of the potential deal, but also how to maximize the impact of his presence, ensuring that his skill set translates into wins rather than isolated statistics. Fans have taken to forums and social media, speculating about matchups, highlight reel plays, and the defensive dominance that could result from this hypothetical pairing. While none of these plans are confirmed, insiders maintain that discussions are active and serious, creating a sense of anticipation and tension as the NFL world collectively holds its breath to see if this rumored agreement will crystallize into reality, transforming both Aaron Donald's career trajectory and the Browns' fortunes in dramatic fashion. While the rumors continue to swirl, there is talk among analysts that the mere possibility of this deal is already impacting the league's psychology. Teams are reportedly reconsidering their defensive priorities, recalibrating draft strategies, and exploring free agent options in response to the hypothetical signing of Donald. Speculative discussions suggest that the Browns are not only negotiating a contract, but also positioning themselves as innovators in roster construction, exploring unconventional approaches to player retention, incentives, and team culture. Sources hint that every conversation in this arena carries a strategic undertone, with both parties seeking to balance ambition with caution. The rumor, regardless of its eventual materialization, has already achieved a form of cultural resonance, dominating sports talk, fan debates, and media cycles. This environment of speculation keeps the intrigue alive, reinforcing the sense that if this monster contract comes to fruition, it could alter the NFL landscape for years, cementing Aaron Donald's legacy and the Browns' bold identity until a single headline-grabbing moment. Amid the swirling speculation, whispers suggest that the Browns fan base is preparing for a dramatic shift in expectations, with many imagining the team as an immediate contender should Aaron Donald join their ranks. Rumors imply that marketing teams, community organizers, and social media managers are quietly preparing campaigns that could coincide with an official announcement, maximizing excitement and engagement. Analysts speculate on the ripple effect, suggesting that rival teams might accelerate their own negotiations for elite talent to avoid being left behind in a potential arms race of defensive dominance. Sources indicate that internal discussions within the Browns organization are focused on balancing the financial magnitude of the rumored deal with long-term team sustainability, ensuring that signing Donald does not compromise other roster priorities. While nothing is official, the layers of speculation, strategy, and fan anticipation create a narrative that has captured the imagination of the NFL world, keeping the possibility of this historic agreement at the forefront of every conversation, rumor, and headline. Thanks for riding with us on another Browns Blitz. If you liked the video, share it with a fellow fan, hit subscribe, and ring that bell so you're always part of the Dawg Pound conversation. Go Browns!